Presented by EA Sports and the PGA Tour. Frank, it's wonderful to be here in the Canadian Rockies with these great views, and we're reminded, too, of the rich history Canada has in the sport of golf.
It certainly does, Rich. It's part of the British Commonwealth. They love the game. They obviously adopted it from Scotland, but their golfing season a little shorter. So when they get a chance to get those clubs out, they certainly make the most of it.
Banff Springs making a strong first impression with a par 4, generous fairway, and beautiful mountain landscape in the background, Frank.
Yeah, not overly long. A little dogleg to the left. That bunker down the left, you have to hit an absolutely mammoth tee shot to reach that. Good drive's going to set up just a short iron in here.
Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon.
Frank, this is a way to make golf easy when you can hit it that deep.
Oh, I'm going to say, I know that first number's a 3. I'm guessing the second one's a 2. Let's call it 320. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Superb shot.
Well, that's as good as it's going to get. There's going to be no worries about making that one.
So a tester from 4 feet. -1, getting early going. Already teed up here at the second. So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second. Frank, this would be a nice way to jumpstart the round.
Yeah, his momentum can quickly go in the right direction if he makes this.
Oh my goodness, Frank, that is painful.
Oh yeah, you'd rather miss the hole at times, wouldn't you?
So they'll tap in. Did the job right there. Well, Frank, as we get to the third hole here at par 5, it feels to me like you need to be at a minimum 1 under through the first 3 holes, or you're losing ground to the field.
You're exactly right. Chance here for birdie or eagle, too. This is one of those holes you can just wind it up and let it fly, and you'll certainly get a good reward with a big tee shot.
That's a good start to the hole, right down the middle. Frank, chance to go for the green in 2 here at the third?
There is, but you can also use the terrain, which will kick the ball towards the left. So if you haven't hit the best of tee shots, still land that ball to the right and let it feed on.
Well, this could be good. Frank, that is how it's done.
Yeah, take a gross of those. That is a lesson in itself.
And now a chance for eagle. No problems early. Looks good.
Does look good. This bodes well. We might be in for a very, very low round today.
Now to another par 3. This is the 4th hole, 192 yards, way down the hill.
It's going to play closer to 170 yards, Rich. You're going to have to reduce that distance by at least a couple of clubs. And consequently, if you hit one hanging up in the air, if you get a breeze that goes through that valley, it's going to start to sort of move that ball around. So just keep your eyes open there where that breeze is coming from.
Can't hide the flagstick from that man. Another one inside of 5 feet. And now he has this for the birdie. Drops another birdie and moves to 4 under on the day. Frank, what's the key here at the 5th hole? It's par 4, 424 yards.
The first real stringent tee shot of the day. 3 bunkers. First one not really in play. That third one in the distance, unless you're someone like a Bubba Watson, he's loading up on it.
And look at the coil there.
Smoked that one.
That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help there. This looks like it's going to find the target.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up. Rack up another one.
Frank, you played at the highest level all over the world. What was a comfortable yardage for you on holes like this?
I actually had a club, believe it or not, that just the grooves on it, it would go 105 yards. It was a lofted sand iron, whether it was out of the first cut or rough or the fairway. So if I could hit it around 100 yards, I could almost hit that distance with my eyes closed. After that, 70 yards was the next one. So everybody has that little sort of sweet spot with the wedge.
So that means on a hole like this, you were looking for something off the tee in the 265 to 270 range, and that would put what club in your hand?
Just in those days, it was a 53-degree sand iron, yeah.
Great effort right there, and a great chance to knock in that short putt.
Well, Rich, if he can make this one, add it to that string of birdies.
And generating some momentum now. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Now to the long, par 5, 7th hole, 602 yards, Frank. They call it hoodoo.
Yeah, it's nothing for a little muscle man. Bust one up the tee there. Well, actually, it is. You're going to need 2 of your best if you want to reach this par 5. So, start with a good one.
Looks to be putting everything into this one. Just destroyed it. Oh, my goodness. He pumped it, he thumped it, he jumped it. What a drive. Big swing right there, and a great result, and now a chance for a big swing in momentum with an eagle coming up. Just a couple of feet. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now to hole number 8. It's another par 3 with some water, Frank, only 150 yards. This is the shortest hole in the golf course.
But distance control is still very important here. If you can get the right distance, you could perhaps aim 10 or 15 feet left of the flag. You're only going to have a 10 or 15-foot putt. So just think of that. Water on the right there. You just aim a little further to the left. You can still make birdie.
That's a solid shot here into the 8th hole, and a good chance now for another birdie. Headed for a handful right now. 4 birdies on the day. Now to hole number 9, 501 yards. It's a par 5.
Yeah, we finished with the third par 5 on the front 9. You're just going to come through those sort of chute of marvelous trees that define this fairway. Just avoid the right side. Something down the left side is going to open up the second shot.
Those are good numbers right there. 320, 320 yards. Just crushed it in the fairway. Setting up for another approach, our featured golfer has continued that excellent play from earlier in the round.
Indeed, there's no better feeling in the world than when you know you're firing on all cylinders. Hitting fairways, second shot's just going straight at the flag. Right now, everything is working.
Beautiful approach shot there and a good chance to take advantage. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read. Now -10 for the round. Well, that was a nearly flawless performance on the front side, but Frank, we know it's an 18-hole game, isn't it?
That's right. Now's not the time to pat yourself on the back.
This is a good-looking shot. Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round.
Eyeing this putt for a birdie. Everybody loves them. Birdie on the card. So off the long par 3 10th, we are at the 11th hole, 417-yard par 4, Frank.
It looks like a straightaway par 4, Rich, but if anything, the hole actually bends to the left, and you really want to follow that natural contour of that. Just sort of draw it off those bunkers on the right, or just simply carry it over the ones on the left. But ideally down the left side, it avoids that pine tree that's further down.
Good contact, good result. Well, this is going to be an interesting day. The wind is howling, or as they would say in Scotland, just a wee breeze. Frank, what do you want to do with this second shot here at the 11th?
Just a scoring club again, Rich. This is a chance to get off to a good start on that on the homeward 9. Anytime you get sort of 8-iron down, you can virtually go straight at the flag because this green pitches back towards the player.
Pretty good shot right there, about 10 feet away, setting up the putt for birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here. Under on the day. Frank, what are we looking at here at the par 4 12, 442 yards?
Players are really focused on that bunker down the left side. That's the one that has to be either laid up, which would be 286 yards off the tee, or sort of worked off. This could very well be a 3-wood off the tee. Just hit it straight at that left bunker.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie.
You know what's better than 2 birdies in a row?
What's that?
3. That's what he's going for.
That's a turkey in bowling, isn't it?
He's no turkey.
13th hole, par 3, 225 yards and heavily bunkered around that green, Frank.
It is, but that green gets narrower as the hole gets longer. Nothing wrong with hitting the ball sort of the middle part of the green here.
I like the looks of this one. Flip that one perfectly. It spins in there inside of 5 feet. Just a gorgeous shot. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Well, here we are at the 14th hole. It's par 4, 442 yards. You like this hole, Frank?
I do, but if you were spraying it off the tee here, then there's all sorts of problems. Bunkers left, trees right. This is a fairway you must hit.
Beautiful looking shot right here. Good strike, good lie, good chance to attack the pin. Now zeroing in on this second shot here at the par 4 14th.
You can keep the second shot a little right of the flag here. The general contours kick a little left here away from the bunkers on the right. That would be the ideal shot in here.
I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
Oh, he's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality. I've heard of being on the zone, but this is he's just making it look so easy.
Just sensational golf. I mean, he is knocking down every flagstick right now. What a performance. We knew it right away. Picked up the tee, didn't even look at it. We can see it. It's perfect. Right down the middle of the fairway. Chance to set himself up for a good scoring opportunity with his second shot here. Seems to like it. Headed for the fat part of the green. That will be a great look at birdie. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Just slides by.
Yeah, can't afford to miss too many of those out here today.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Good effort and good par putt. Frank, the 16th hole, 414 yards, par 4 is nicknamed GOAT. Would that be greatest of all time, or is it just because the possibility you could see old Billy out there here in the Canadian Rockies?
I'd like to think it's the greatest of all time. I've never seen a GOAT hit a draw, that's why, and that's what's needed off this tee once again. The first bunkie should easily be able to carry that, and well, if you're the greatest of all time, this is a fairway, you'll certainly have. That's an absolute beauty.
Frank, really good chance from this position to make a birdie.
Yeah, really the only thing he's looking at right now is the flag. This is a green light special.
Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. And this will be a 5-foot putt here. And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
Now to the 17th, 374 yards, and Frank, players might be licking their chops here.
They certainly would, Reg. Bunkers left and right, but they can be carried with an aggressive tee shot. It'll set up just a short iron into a green that pitches towards you. So maybe just a little bit underneath the flag with a second shot. And really a chance to have a fast finish. There's always advantage of hitting it further than most, Rich, and straighter than most. When you put the two together, it's just straight up a head start.
On the green in regulation. Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
Did the job right there. Well, Frank, this sets up for an exciting finish here at Banff Springs, a 578-yard par 5.
There's just about a bunker in play for every length of tee shot here, so know exactly which one you can carry and exactly which one you can't reach.
That appeared to be a good strike right there, Frank.
Oh, good. It's just towering. Look at that hanging in the sky.
Just a good solid tee shot right there, about 280 yards. Second shot coming up here at the par 5. Chance to get it close here. Obviously, Frank, you want to hit good shots at a place like this, but you also want to take some shots. You want to snap off a few pictures because it's breathtaking.
I thought you were talking about big game hunting there when you were saying you don't want to shoot these animals. They're beautiful. No, yeah, it is. It's wonderful to come up here and play golf.
Oh, I thought he had that.
Can't birdie them all, Rich.
And getting ready for the putt. Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, a lot to like in this performance today.
Oh, it is. There's so many positives to take out of this round. Not just the possibility to win this week, but going forward. This is great golf that you would hold up against anybody right now.